Point at behavior in Apple Motion. You can find the point at behavior here on the behaviors, basic motion, and point at. I'm gonna apply the point at behavior to my arrow. Once applied, the point at behavior will be the same length as the layer it is applied to. The point at behavior contains a few parameters that we can adjust. We have the object, which is the target of our behavior, transition, speed, axis, and invert axis. Object, we need to have a target in here, so we're gonna drag this circle, and this circle will be our target. Now, if we scrub through our timeline, you will notice that our arrow already rotate on the z-axis. So let's go back to our first frame. So transition, if you want the behavior to start immediately, you set it to 0, just like this. If you want the transition to animate based on the length of the layer, set it to 100. So let's scrub through our timeline. You can see that at 100%, our arrow has not yet fully animated, because if you look at here at the bottom, our arrow's duration is more than the length of our composition. So let's trim this one. After we've trimmed, you will notice that our arrow already completed its rotation. Let's go back to our first frame. Let's reset this. So at 50%, it will animate here at the middle. Speed, we have a few options to select. We have the constant up to decelerate. Axis contains a few options. We have the X, Y, and Z. So let's go to our last frame and let's add a camera to fully understand the axis. Now let's look back on our point at. We have selected the axis Z, so it points this blue to our target object. Let's turn off this one. Now that we are in 3D space, our arrow has its 3D transform tools. So we have the X, we have the Y, and we have the Z. Now let's turn on our point at. If the axis is Z, our arrow will rotate and its Z anchor point will point at to our target object. If we change to Y, which is our green, it will point at to our target object also. And lastly, on the X, it will point using the red. So in invert axis, if you turn this on, it will point the other way around. So that's how to use the point at behavior in Apple Motion.